Persuasive writing, writing that attempts to change people's opinions or urges them to take actions, played a key role in the civil rights movement. Today, civil rights organizations such as the Urban League continue to rely on persuasive writing to convey their message. As Vice President of Communications for the Urban League, Gadsby Greeley uses the power of words to get her ideas across.
Words are a marvelous expression. They can evoke sadness, happiness, reflective thought, understanding, pathos, ethos, all kinds of sympathy. They just have such a powerful effect on people. In the realm of persuasive writing, words have even more of an impact because the reason why the words are written are to express a point of view. So when you're trying to persuade others, whether it is the media or whether it is just another person, the words mean so much in expressing that point of view.
Greeley writes in several capacities to promote the activities and causes of the Urban League. One of her responsibilities is to write short advertisements called PSAs, in which she has to get her message across in a brief period of time.
PSAs, or public service announcements for radio and television, come in various parameters of time: 10 seconds, 20 seconds, 30 seconds. There's not a whole lot you can say within that time period. So you want to write it in such a way that it is promotional. It has excitement, it has energy. It has to be written with colorful words, word pictures, for example, that people can catch on to and then see the idea within the visual.
Greeley also writes press releases, which promote the activities of the Urban League to the media. Again, she must capture her readers' attention quickly, even in the headline.
You must use colorful language in the headline of the press release, in the first sentence of the press release, so that it's not once again another cut and dried press release that's going to get a big yawn from a journalist and go in what we call file 13, which is the wastebasket.
Greeley also writes persuasive speeches. She's now preparing a speech that she'll present at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C. Her first step is to start gathering ideas.
I come up with ideas through brainstorming, first of all. That's just so important, to work off other people. Can we think of any examples? And that's why it's good to have a staff of creative people who can come with various ideas. What I want the staff to do is to give me as many ideas as they possibly can to make this speech successful, to help my creative juices to begin to flow, and I can then play off their excitement for the opportunity.
Once Greeley has gathered her ideas, she starts building the structure of her piece.
I do an outline of what I want to say first. I think that's very important to understand that outlines are like a roadmap. They give you an idea of where you want to go from one point to another. And when you need a transition from that point to another, then you can go and research it and make a very appropriate and intelligent transition from one main point to another main point.
When Greeley starts drafting her piece, she makes sure to keep her writing focused.
The best way to focus writing, and the best way that I can focus my writing, is to keep in mind the audience. To whom is this being written? What is it that I'm trying to get across? But more importantly, who do I want to understand this message? Writing towards your audience is developing a relationship that you'd have with a friend. You sort of get in the mind of the person that's your friend, because that's how you understand how they think and how they may react to some things. How would they feel when they hear or see or read this? What is it that's going to get them to the point that they will understand my point of view? Because understanding is the bottom line of the writing.
Greeley finds that the best way to reach an understanding with her audience is through careful revision.
The process of revision takes on so many different incarnations, if you will. One is, once it's written, after the outline has been done, you're filling in the blanks, it's all there, and you see it on paper or you see it on the screen. Does it look as if it's completed? On the first blush, definitely not. So one of the things that I do is to let it cool. Then I let someone else see it, which is very important. that person will give me a different eye view of what it is they understand, because I can think that I'm communicating my ideas very clearly and effectively, but it may be something I'm so close to and so passionate about that I'm beginning to lose my objectivity. So as a result, by letting someone else see it, it gives me another eye view, and it makes it better. When you're taking notes, sometimes when someone is speaking, whether it be a teacher or anyone else, and you have an opportunity to take notes, they're what I call ahas. Aha! That's a good idea, and you write it down. Aha! That's another good idea, and you write it down. Pretty soon, that group of ahas becomes some real good meat for writing a longer piece. I think emotion is a very important start to get their attention, to put a human face on a story, for example, that you're telling rather than just talk about facts and figures. That is an America of which we can all be proud. Talk about something that has a human interest that's related to it, and therefore people will understand it a lot better.